Ask him if he could start my recorder.
Gideon?
Hey, Errol, if you could start my recorder, I appreciate it. Okay, then that's okay. That's okay. It's complicated. We don't know.
Looking so strange. Should I mention that I piece may forward another time, like when our wallet feels less stress. Now this mess got I sizing separated fantasies. Got I wishing I wasn't dipping freedom's wishes in these dishes mixed with witches. Wide awake and hoping. Separated, desperate and groping. See the situation far surpassing imagination. Are you grasping the sensation of falling out of time? Stay a while and fantasize. Determine if you criticize the weight, the desperation got you chasing. Not to mention the abrasion of nearly grazing near your family tree. It's a disease that's inherent from line to line. So I have to check myself from time to time and see if black fire is satisfied to see a limited sunrise. Grief done to the morning child, born of scorn for dormant eyes that failed to see past the passion of lonely lust and forgot to trust the intuition of battered wives. Sacrifice sacred lives for twisted separation into idoldom. We're here, fingers try to piece our rest together. Now festive weather got I guessing another storm may be pressing. So less time than the change. I'm hoping that the mist will rearrange and rise from the earth instead of falling like rain. The disappearing entity, oh, that's just the free that's less than free. Something in our like prophecy got I feeling the 180th degree might just be the key to free domain. This morning, black fire. Please, could you let my people?
Hello and welcome to Hear Ye, O Israel. This is a special community program today. We have privileged people here that's going to be bringing you the truth. And whenever you have a truth maker that comes into your community and gives you good information, it would be good that you heed the information because the scriptures does say people perish for the lack of truth and knowledge applied. Today we are speaking to the mankind and the condition of man as it relates to the African diaspora, the unity of Africa, the collective work ethic, the collective vision of Africa, and we have an extremely distinguished panel on our program today. First, I'd like to introduce you to Kamal. I consider him the human think tank. He's a person that considers enlightenment and searches out the facts, which we encourage you to do. And before I go to anyone else, this program is so concentrated with the truth that we're going to challenge you to light up your Google, have your Google sitting by, get your pen and pad ready, because the information that we're going to give you is concentrated, so you're going to have to take notes and then research, as we say, prove us wrong. And that's what we want to do today. Our second guest is Chief Ntunde. He is here to discuss with us the African Union and many other topics that relate to the unity and a collective power of Africans throughout the diaspora. Welcome, Chief. Thank you. Next to him, we have Black Sun. Black Sun is an internet media guru giving you the truth on a constant level. Spit out your website.
You got Black Sun 1977 and Rasdreadlock. You just Google that.
Okay.
It'll pop right on up.
Black Sun 1977. Next we have Mark Anthony is not only the sponsor for this particular program, and I must make note of that whenever you have a man who will put shoe leather on prayers, a man that will not just talk about it, but walk it out and be about it, you're blessed to have that person in your midst. And again, I reintroduce to you Mark Anthony. Thanks, Mark.
Hotep, it's a pleasure being here.
And then last but not least, we are privileged to have a truth teller, a seer, a griot, and Ray Hagan has been faithful in giving you the truth for so many years, I dare not count. But what I would definitely encourage you to do, he has a number of websites that's going to be appearing on the screen. I challenge you to go to that website or write it down, put it in your favorites, and then text 5 people right now and tell them that Dr. Ray Hagan is on Comcast Channel 25, and he's guaranteed to give you enlightenment. It's a guarantee with Dr. Ray Hagan. Thank you so much for appearing on our show.
My brother, it is good to be here with you today. Thank you for having me.
Now, the key to understanding our condition is knowing not only our history, but knowing ourselves. And when it comes to the African dilemma, when we have, and it has been documented, the United States sending aids to Africa to destabilize Africa, China sending people to Africa to destabilize Africa, we begin to understand that Africa is a key pivotal point for the development of the future as it relates to resources, land, and people. And so today's topic is to talk about the unity that we all can impart on Africa, because all humanity came out of Africa. And so it's necessary for us to rebuild Africa. And we're going to talk about that in detail. Now, first, we want to, Chief Ntundi, speak to us about the African Union and your commission to do.
Thank you very much. I think I usually say, hope deferred, make the mind sick. But when the desires are met, it's a tree of life. Africa is a continent of possibilities. Africa is the future. There has been a lot of bastardization, a lot of misinformation over the years. But it has come to reality that the people of the world cannot do without Africa. United States as a country is blessed to have the diaspora, the 6th region of Africa, being now sectioned into United States. I mean the African Americans, the blacks living outside Africa, the indigenous, the intimate and the distant Africans, the people of the islands, the Brazilians. All these people form the nucleus of the 6th region of Africa, which is now respected and now being recognized by the African Union as a partaker of African decision makers. And that is exactly what the African Union is bringing to the table. Now, Africa is colonized by the West, but the derivation now is now shifting to the 6th region of Africa. Our brothers in diaspora who are overqualified, who knows what to do and how to do it, their voice is needed in Africa. And that is exactly what the African Union is proclaiming. And now, since 1996, when we came to America and started this project, USA Africa, Bridging the Gap and Building the Bridge, it has now become a realization and a manifestation of what God has professed, that at one time or the other, the glory of Africa will show to the world, and it's now happening. The 6th region of Africa is imminent, and also the people of African descent who are living outside Africa are needed in Africa. They are recognized, they are respected, and their voice is heard in all nooks and corners. Africa used to have 5 regions: the West, the East, the South, the Central, and the North. Now, Africa, apart from the Anglophone, the Lusophone, the Francophone, and all the colonial masters that have demarcated Africa into their own parts, Africa now come together and now say it is time for us to unite. The lingua franca, the common currency of Africa, the Africa Development Bank, they are now speaking in one voice and now presenting Africa to the diaspora. That's exactly the essence of what the African Union has embarked on.
Thank you, sir. And we want to get you to touch a bit more on the issue you mentioned, currency.
Yes.
Because the number one thing that the enemy has in its hand to defeat us is our mind.
Sure.
I think the second one is our service to their currency. Once we begin to develop our own currencies and our own trade, we lose the